Hello and welcome to the seventh mini project in the series on Business Central mini project ideas. So, in this video, I'll be discussing inventory management and how to create an efficient inventory management system using Business Central. I will discuss the key objects you need to include in your inventory management system, such as tables, pages, coordinates, queries, and reports. I'll also cover the validations you need to perform in the field, the diagrams you should draw before starting the project, and the enhancements you can make to improve your system over time. Finally, I'll wrap up with some key takeaways to help you get the most out of your inventory or management system. So, whether you are a small business owner looking to improve your inventory process or a developer looking to build a robust inventory management system, this video is for you. Let's get started. Before we proceed, I'd like to tell you that this is my YouTube channel where you can find three important playlists for Business Central. So, one is the interview questions where I will be uploading the interview questions for technical consultant as well as the functional consultant. I have already uploaded eight videos for this. And next one is the mini project ideas for the Business Central. So, if you wanted to get more knowledge and experience in the Business Central, you can start with the mini project ideas. The next one is the Business Central Learning Path, that is a complete Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central AI programming tutorial where you will learn from the basics to the advanced concept. And this is my blog. You can find all the information in a written format with a proper screenshots and everything. I'll be discussing about Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Business Central, everything. So you can follow my blog in order to get the more updates. And this is the GitHub page where I'll be uploading all the codes for your reference. You can find it here. So the link for all these things I have given in the description. Project is to design and implement an inventory management system that enables business to track inventory levels and manage order efficiently. The system should provide real time visibility into inventory levels and enable businesses to accurately forecast the demands and plan their procurement and production activities accordingly. Specifically, the system should enable business to track inventory levels in a real time and receive alerts when inventory falls below minimum levels. Provide a centralized database for all inventory related informations, including item descriptions, quantities, location, cost, and suppliers. Automate inventory management tasks such as order fulfillment, stock replenishment, and cycle counting. Provide comprehensive reporting and analytics capabilities to help business make informed decisions about inventory management. Integrate with other business systems such as accounting and procurement to streamline processes and ensure data accuracy. Overall, the objective of this project is to create a system that simplifies inventory management process, reduce manual effort, and improve accuracy and efficiency in inventory tracking and order management. So these are the objects which we'll be discussing: tables, pages, queries, and reports coordinate including. And I will also discuss about the validations which we can do it in the table level, project diagrams to include, enhancements which we can do it, and key takeaways of this project. So let us understand what is table first. In Business Central, a table is a structured data entity that stores information in a tabular format. Tables are used to store different types of data such as customer information, vendor information, inventory data, financial transactions, etc. Each table contains of fields which are individual data elements that store specific pieces of information. So in this project, for this specific project, I'm going to create three tables. Okay, only three tables. If you wanted to add more table, you can add it. If you wanted to reduce one to two tables, you can reduce it. So it's all depends on you. If you are beginner to Business Central, then you can start with even one or two table. If you are experienced in Business Central, then you can increase the table to more than five or six. So the first table which I'm planning to create is what inventory items. So this table stores information about the items and inventory, including the item number, description, base unit of measure, reorder point, lead time, calculation method, and related categories and locations. The purpose of this table is to provide a centralized location for tracking inventory levels and related information such as the minimum inventory level at which to reorder the items. So here you can see I am going to set the number as the primary key and the item category code and the location code as the secondary key, which is used to connect the tables. Okay, that is to establish the relationship between the tables. And I have also mentioned the data type. I haven't specified any numbers for the code, that is the specific storage limit for the code. If you wanted to include, you can add more. So for this particular code, I have for this particular table, I have used this validation, that is you have to ensure that the reorder point is less than or equal to the maximum inventory level. This is very very important. Even if you wanted to add some mandatory fields, you can add it, that is up to you. And if you wanted to set any specific like if you wanted to give some more validations, such as how the calculation should be and how the item category code should be, then you can just go ahead with that as well. The next one is the sales orders table. So this table stores information about the sales order placed by the customer, including the number, that is the customer number. That is, this is the number which you use it for as a primary key, or you can even use the customer number as the primary key, the order date, and the requested delivery date, total amount, and the related shipment details. So here, the purpose of this table is to enable businesses to efficiently manage their sales order, track order details, and ensure timely delivery of the products to the customers. So these are the primary key. So you can even set the customer number as the primary key, and the secondary key you can keep shipment date as a secondary key. And these are the validations to ensure that the requested delivery date is after the order date, because the delivery date should not be before the order date. And that if it is like the customer is not in the same city, you cannot deliver to that particular customer on the same date. So it should be like greater than the order date. Now, ensure that the total amount is not greater than the customer's credit limit. The third table which I'm going to create is what the purchase orders. So this table stores the information about the purchase order placed with the vendor, including the order number, vendor ID, that is vendor number, order date, expected receipt date, total amount, and the related receipt details. So the purpose of this table is to enable business to efficiently manage the purchase order, track order details, and ensure timely receipt of the product from the vendor. You can see that what are the primary key and the secondary key I have mentioned. The validation which you can do is what ensure the expected receipt date is after the order date. Next one is page. So in Business Central, pages are used to present data from tables in a user-friendly way. It's like an interface to the user. That is, page is an interface between the user and the table. So the first thing which we will be creating is what, of course, we'll be creating the card and list page for all the tables. Okay, like the item inventory item card. As for the inventory item table, sales order card, purchase order card is for that particular table. And also the list for inventory item, sales order, and the purchase order. And worksheet page, which we can keep it, is for purchase order worksheet. So this purchase order worksheet, if you see that this worksheet page which allows the user to manage purchase orders, and if you wanted to add some more pages like document page, navigation page, then you can just add it. Okay, and the next one which I just wanted to talk about is what the code unit. Okay, so the code unit in Business Central is a container object that groups together related functions and procedures. It's a way to organize code and make it more modular and reusable. So code units can contain business logic, data manipulation, routines, calculations, and more. So if you wanted to know what is the difference between the procedure, code unit, trigger, and event subscriber, you can check my video which is available in my playlist. So you can check that. You will understand what is the difference, basic difference, and when to use code unit, when to use the procedure. So code units which we can create is what the inventory management. So the inventory management code unit could handle a core inventory management functionality such as updating inventory level, calculating reorder points, and generating inventory reports. The next one is what the sales order management. So the code unit will handle the functionality related to managing the sales order, such as creating new orders, updating order details, and processing order cancellation or returns. Next one is the purchase order management. So this will handle the functionality related to managing purchase orders, such as creating new orders, updating order details, and processing order cancellations or returns. The next one is the inventory valuation. So this will it will handle the inventory valuation calculations such as FIFO, LIFO, like first in first out, last in first out, or something, or weighted average cost methods. It could also generate inventory valuation reports and provide insights into inventory profitability. And finally, I have created the warehouse management code unit, which is to manage the warehouse operations such as tracking inventory movements, managing bin locations, and optimizing inventory storage and picking. It all could also generate warehouse reports and provide insights into warehouse efficiency. So if you want to add more coordinate, you can add it. If you feel like few coordinates are not required, you can delete it. The next one is we will talk about the query. So in Business Central, query object is a powerful tool for extracting data from the system and representing it in a meaningful way. It's a way to define a set of criteria that can be used to filter and sort based on a specific condition. So I have given here 5 queries. If you wanted to reduce or if you wanted to add more query, you can add it. So the first one is sales by customer query. This will extract the data on sales transactions by customer, allowing businesses to see which customer are the most profitable and which products are selling the best. Next one is the inventory or reorder query. So this query could be used to extract the data on inventory level and reorder points, allowing the business to proactively manage their inventory to avoid stockouts. And the next one is the vendor performance query. So this query is used to extract the data on vendor performance, allowing businesses to see which vendors are delivering on time and providing high quality products. Next one is employee utilization query. This query is used to extract the data on employee utilization, allowing businesses to optimize their staffing level and allocate resources more effectively. And finally, on financial metrics query, this query could be used to extract the data on financial metrics such as revenue, expenses, profits, cash flow, allowing businesses to track. So accordingly, you can just create add additional fields to into the table which we have mentioned there. Okay, and these are the queries. And next, to talk about the reports, I have created 5 reports. So the reports is an object that generates a formatted output based on data from the system. Reports can be used to present data in a meaningful way, such as an invoices, sales reports, purchase reports, financial statements, and more. So I have just formulated 5 reports. One is inventory stock status report, sales order fulfillment report, purchase order history report, inventory turnover report, and financial statements. So these reports you can create it in order to get the best statements of your inventory. And these are the sample diagrams. So these are the very important diagrams which are required in order in any project. Apart from this, if you wanted to add more diagrams, you can also do it. So the first one is the ER diagram. So what is ER diagram? It's an entity relationship diagram which shows the relationship between the different entities in the system. So what do you mean by the entity? Entity means it's a table. Okay, so in inventory we have 3 tables as we have mentioned here. Like we have first one is the inventory item, sales order item, and purchase orders. So how these 3 tables are related with each other, and what are the attributes involved in that? Attributes means the columns. What are the attributes involved, and how these tables are going to transact and receive the data and connect with between each other. Next one is the use case diagram. So use case diagram shows the interaction between the different actors. Who is the actor? So the customer is an actor, a sales representative is an actor, and the warehouse managers are the actors. How these actors are going to interact with each other. For the inventory management project, the use case diagram could show how different actors interact with the system to place order, track inventory, and manage customer accounts. Next one is the process flow diagram. A process flow diagram shows the sequence of steps in a particular process or workflow. For the inventory management project, a process flow diagram could show the steps involved in a placing and fulfilling an order, from the initial customer request to the final delivery of the product. And next one is a class diagram. A class diagram shows the classes and their relationship in the object oriented system. That is, we will be designing. So here we'll be creating multiple code units, okay, and the procedures and the event subscribers. So how these code units and procedures are going to interact between the objects, interact with the tables. So you can show such as products, orders, customers, how these objects are going to interact. And finally, the component diagram. A component diagram shows the physical and logical component of a system and how they interact with each other. For the inventory management project, the component diagram could show the different components of the system, like the database, user interface, business logic, and how they work together to manage inventory and orders. So I'm going to tell you a few key enhancements. So these are the basic thing which you can do it in the project. And if you wanted to enhance, if this project is already there, you have already done this a project, so what are the enhancements you can do it? The first one is the barcode scanning, which you can include. So enabling barcode scanning to quickly and accurately record inventory levels and update orders. Next one is the forecasting. Develop a forecasting module that can predict future demand based on the historical sales data, allowing businesses to optimize their inventory levels and reduce waste. Mobile apps, analytics and reports, integrating with other systems, automated reorder points, multiple warehouse support, and vendor management. So, finally, what are the key takeaways from this mini project? So, efficient inventory management is a crucial business of all sizes, which can help to reduce waste, optimize stock levels, and improve customer satisfaction. So, you will know what is inventory management system, and then you will understand the technology tool like Business Central can be used to create a sophisticated inventory management system and automate many of the tasks involved in a managing inventory. You will learn how to create a table, that is a database. You will develop pages and reports. You will develop validations and controls. You will develop a coordinate and queries, and you will enhance it based on whatever you have learned it. And that's a wrap up on my video about inventory management using Business Central. I hope you found this video informative and useful in your journey to build an efficient inventory management system. Remember, inventory management is a critical component of any business, and by using the tool and techniques we discussed in this video, you can help your business stay ahead of the competition and provide exceptional customer service. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel for more great content like this. And as always, feel free to share this video with your colleagues, friends, and anyone who might benefit from it. Also, a special information to you, I'm planning to upload the code for all the projects which I have discussed so far once the video reaches either 1000 views or 1k likes. So if you want to get your hands on the code, make sure to share and like the video with your network. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.